Westeros is filled with a bunch of rich sociopathic asshole lords who have bought up all the good real estate in Westeros, not unlike our real world. So let's go through and rank all of the castles in A Song of Ice and Fire, shall we? Please remember that this will be another vibes-based list, meaning that the vibes will come from me and me alone. Sometimes I will rank a castle based on whether I want to live there, sometimes I will rank it based on whether it looks good. There is no consistency, there is no rubric. I am the rubric, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Also, if I have left out your favoriteest, most obscure castle of all time, I do apologize. I found all the pictures that I could. There are 20 of them. I'm sorry that I didn't include the 21st, which is your absolute favorite. You're just gonna have to deal. Let me know in the comments why I'm, dumb for forgetting it. Cool. Okay, let's get into it. Shocking absolutely no one. In dead last is Pike. Pike is a series of towers in the middle of a cold, raging ocean. This castle has been described as mildewy and damp. And if that wasn't enough to make me swear off this castle for all of eternity, it's also filled with Greyjoys. Fuck this place, I'm never going here. Next is the Night Fort, one of the castles built along the wall. Have you ever wanted to live in a decaying castle in a frozen tundra? Oh, but wait, it's haunted? Yeah, no thank you, I'm good. This, I don't need any of this. Cool, you keep your mess. Next up, we have Moat Cailin. This is a ruin. This isn't a castle. How do you live here? There's no roof. I don't want to live in a literal ruin, I'm sorry. So go away, Moat Cailin, no one likes you. Speaking of ruins, next up is Harrenhal. Harrenhal is a giant castle that is melted. It is a melted giant castle. It is missing huge chunks of its infrastructure. There are no roofs in places. It is also damp because it's in the Riverlands without a roof. Not to mention the fact that it is also clearly haunted. I am damp, I am haunted, I am in the Riverland, so I'm also gonna die. Like, this place is hell. I'm not moving here, okay? Also, it's so fucking big. All of my life is gonna be spent trudging through this damp mess while I'm getting chub rub from all the moisture. I don't need this, y'all. Maybe the chub rub was a little too honest. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Next up is Castle Black. Yeah, it's not haunted, but you're still in a decaying castle in a frozen tundra. So it's not great, but it's not haunted. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Yeah, Castle Black is constantly described as being in a state of ruin. Just shit is falling apart. Shit is breaking all the time. And then after they have the whole battle there, it's broken. It's broken. I don't want to live here. Okay, cool. Up next, we have Eastwatch by the Sea. It is another, Night's Watch castle right by the wall. It is also a Night's Watch castle by the wall. I don't want to be in the tundra, I'm sorry. It is ranked marginally higher because it is by the sea, which means there is a route of escape that I could take to get away from this castle, so you are slightly better. Congratulations. Next, and what might be a controversial take, Casterly Rock. I don't want to live in Casterly Rock. Look at this. Look at this castle in relation to this mountain, okay? So it's built on top of this mountain. I have to climb a mountain to get to this. I don't want that. The amount of hiking I would have to do to get home is psychotic. And at that point, I'm never leaving again because I'm not making this trek 20 times. Are you kidding? No, absolutely not. You will rank down low. The sewer's with you, okay? Goodbye. Up next, we have the Twins. I think the Twins is a stupid design. I'm sorry. You have half the castle on one side of a river, you have half the castle on the other side of the river, and then you have the most unfortunate outdoor hallway in the middle. Why do I have to walk everywhere? Why do I have to walk so long if I need to get to the other side of the castle? And also, I have to let people into my hallway anytime someone wants to cross the river. No, I'm good. I don't want it. Also, fuck the phrase. Fuck you and your stupid, tower, twin, river, cross, whatever. Next up, you have Greywater Watch, which is the castle of House Reed in the Neck. Okay, so I will say you get some cool points for engineering, okay? So the castle is built on these, cranog, which float in the swamp. So this castle literally moves places, and people struggle to find it, which is just, crazy to think about. So just, from an engineering standpoint, I will say kudos to you. This is kind of cool and interesting. On the other hand, though, it is in a swamp, which I don't want to live in. I'm not Shrek. I'm sorry. I know I'm in green. I know I'm fat, and you're all going to want to make the Shrek joke in the comments, but I don't want to live in a swamp. Sorry. Next up is Winterfell, which I know might be controversially low, but hear me out. There are pros and cons to Winterfell, okay? The obvious con, this is a tundra. I do not want to live in this frozen wasteland. I'm sorry. Any place that has summer snows is just going to be a big nope for me, okay? I can't. Now, from an engineering standpoint, I will say this castle, very impressive. There are, moats, and there are 2 walls. They're all huge, very cool. Also, very smartly built on a hot spring. So, even though we are in the frozen tundra, Winterfell is always hot because it's a hot spring, and it, flows through the walls or something. I don't remember exactly how he describes it. It makes more sense in the books. But basically, it's hot inside, which I'm sorry, I also don't love the extreme heat. So the idea that on the outside of the castle I am freezing to death, on the inside I am sweltering, is a special kind of hell, but it gets cool points for everything else. So there you go. Next up, we have Storm's End, the home of House Baratheon in the Stormlands. Once again, we have pros and cons here. So for pros, there are some like very fun, like ooky spooky vibes here. This is giving like Halloween core, okay? Like it's stormy outside, the waves are crashing everywhere, so you got that good like white noise going on. I could put like a movie on, like bundle up under the blankets, and it'd be like a fun time, I think. However, year round, living in a place called the Stormlands, I do think might eventually become old, and the fact that this is, on a cliffside, and I don't trust it. I feel like something's about to break, someone's about to like get struck by lightning. It's too much storm, okay? Too much storm. Riverrun gets points for being like aight and kind of inoffensive. It's right by a river, love some beachfront property, cool with, the water feature, it's great. Then again, I am in the Riverland, so I'm probably about to die, but, you win some, you lose some. Also, I am concerned that at the bottom of this river, there are just the bodies of countless Tullys from the last 300 years, so I don't know that I exactly want to be swimming this river, if you will. Entering the mostly positive, we have the High Tower of Old Town, the seat of House Hightower, you get it. But this is pretty cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. It's a castle and lighthouse mix, with the giant flame on top. I think this looks very badass. It's supposed to be very tall, though it is built in the lower portion with some of that oily black stone, which, as you all know, is my enemy, so you get dinged a little bit for that. Otherwise, very cool. I am down. I love the aesthetic. As a Middle Eastern boy whose favorite Disney movie growing up was Aladdin, Sunspear of the Martells is giving Agrabah vibes. I love it. I think this is very cool. Yes, it is in Dorne, and Dorne is a little too hot for my taste, but just like, look at it. Look at the gold, and it's so extra. I love it. Great. Arabian Night. It's great. Next, we have the Red Keep in King's Landing. I think this is a very cool looking castle. Yes, King's Landing is a shithole. I don't want to like live there, but the Red Keep itself, so pretty. The red stone, she stands out. I love like the kind of weird like star pattern you got. I just think it's very fun. Yes, if I tried to live there, would I probably be killed in some political scheme? Sure, but I died in a pretty place. Cool. Next, we have the Eyrie and the Vale, the seat of House Aaron. I love this castle. This castle is so fucking pretty, and it's on top of a mountain, and it's cool. But hey, even though it's on top of a mountain, and I complained a lot earlier about Casterly Rock, unlike Casterly Rock, looky here, that is a pulley system, ladies and gentlemen, a pulley system. And yes, using the pulley system is kind of considered like a little embarrassing, but you know who's not embarrassed? Me. Carry my fat ass up to that castle. I don't give a shit. I'm sitting in the cart and you're pulling me up. I will say I wanted to rank the Eyrie higher. Unfortunately for the Eyrie, though, it is uninhabitable in the winter because it is so high in the mountains. During wintertime, this castle freezes. It fully freezes, and if you are up there, you will literally freeze to death and die. So I would have to leave my castle, for years at a time during winter in Westeros, and I'm not all about that, so you get dinged a little bit, even though you are so pretty. Next, in fourth place, we have Starfall, the seat of House Dane down in Dorne. This castle is so fucking gorgeous. I can't. I am engrossed by this image. Look at it. Look at these spires. Look at the water feature. The rolling hills in the back. This is insane. This is so pretty. And I am entranced. I love it. I love how kind of like, the other Dornish castles, you get like a slight like Middle Eastern vibe of meeting the European. It's very cool. I enjoy. Just wonder. Chef's kiss. Third, we have book accurate Dragonstone. This is the shit. This is the fantasy shit I like. Look at it. The Valyrians built this using like dragon fire and magic, and they shaped the stone into literal dragons, so it looks like the castle is coming alive. That's insane. I love it. Yes, I want to live here, even though the location isn't great, but this is cool. In second place, for the girls, the gays, and the theys, we have Highgarden. What can I say? This is in the Reach, so the temperature is great. They got all the food here. They got all the fruit orchards everywhere, and I live in a fucking fairy tale castle. Like, what more can I ask for? This is beautiful. Can I please live here? And really, there's only one castle that is eking this out, and it's just by a hair. And that is the Water Gardens of Dorne, which, yes, is more of a palace than a castle, but fuck it, it's my list. But they're water gardens, so there are pools so you can cool off. There are gardens everywhere, which are colorful and beautiful. It's in Dorne, so you're not worried about being invaded every 5 seconds. This is just the ideal place, okay? I love it. It's my number one. Okay. Westeros has a bunch of narcissistic kings, which means there are a bunch of elaborate, ridiculous crowns to feed that narcissism because they have to have something on their damn heads. So tonight we will be ranking all of the crowns seen in Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and A Song of Ice and Fire. I think I got all of them. Please remember, this will be a vibes-based list. This is just how I vibe, my opinion, how I feel on this given day and night, okay? And while I am typically for the girls, the gays, and the theys, I was very surprised to find that most of the women were in the bottom half of this ranking, so don't at me. Okay, time to speed through these. Dead last, we have this piece of shit, Euron Greyjoy. Your crown is wood. It's just wood. It's not even pretty wood, it's ugly wood, so fuck you, you're in dead last. Coming in with a whimper next is Baelor the Blessed. This cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs religious fanatic only wore a flower crown for his crown. Ain't that fun? Normally wouldn't be opposed to a flower crown. I think that's kind of fun, but when you stop and think like, oh, someone had to like keep making these every day for this guy just because he felt like it and just wouldn't wear one of the other 20 crowns that were lying around. Just fuck you, sir. Next we have Renly's bullshit show crown. It would be fine if his like book crown wasn't so fun. This just feels homophobic and I do not approve, sir. I do not approve. Next, this might be controversial. I know some people like this, but again, compared to like the book accurate version, I just think this is like really boring. Why is there only one jewel? Give me more jewels. Why do the live action things have to suck all the color out of this freaking universe? Give me jewels. So fuck this and fuck him, no. Next, we have Sansa's series finale crown for, Queen in the North, and I think this looks goofy. I'm sorry. I don't think it looks cool. I don't like it, and, I am a Sansa defender till the end of my days. Maybe not the show writing version of Sansa, but, book Sansa, I am her defender, but I can't abide this. No, not for me. Similarly, I just don't vibe with Cersei's, oh, I'm in charge now crown. I guess I don't really love a silver. I prefer gold. I'm just, weird and classy that way. I don't know. I don't actually know if that makes me classy, but I guess I'm saying that now. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really like this. I get what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lion, but minimalism, and I'm just not a minimalism dude. So it's just no, not for me. Thank you. Next, we have the show, Rhaenyra, Viserys, and Jaehaerys crown. It's pretty-ish. Again, this is another case of, there's supposed to be jewels on this. Give me jewels. And it's gold. It's gold, and I do think there's, fun with, textures and the other, emblems of the other houses. Cool idea. I do think it's, pretty-ish. It's fine. I'm just kind of bored. Next, this is Robb Stark's book-accurate crown. So they forge him a crown that's meant to look like the old Stark crown, the Kings of Winter crown from back in the day, and it has these basically little iron swords on this ringlet. I do think it looks cool. He looks good in it. But it's a little harsh for me. It's not quite my vibe, but kudos to you. Though I will say it gets a few bonus points for this chilling image of Lady Stoneheart playing with it at a table. I love this art. It's just beautiful. I have a personal vendetta against this crown. There are no good pictures of it anywhere. This one, is blurry beneath me. This one, the color doesn't seem correct. It's supposed to be green. I don't know. So you're in the middle-ish, lower-ish. You're fine. You're fine, Cersei. It's cool. Keeping my sudden anti-woman agenda, here is the last woman of the list. It's Daenerys with her book-accurate crown, which I kind of hate, sorry. And you might be wondering, if I say that I hate it, why is it kind of in the middle here? Well, it's because, depending on the artist, sometimes I think they're prettier than other times. The book description, I think, is stupid. I love you, George, but this is goofy-ass shit. This is goofy-ass shit, and my girl deserves better. But, sometimes, it can be done a little prettier. This one is a little closer to book accurate with regards to the dragons, because the dragons are supposed to be, her 3 dragons made out of different stones, so jade, onyx, and a white one, I don't know. But then this one has the rest of the description down pretty well with the white wings and stuff, and it's just, I don't know, it's just big, it's clunky, it's ridiculous, and it's fantasy in a way that I'm okay, now is where I want a little more subtlety, whatever. Next, we have Aenys' crown. It's known for being really, really big, especially after the Conquerors, which was a little simpler. But he wanted a huge, ornate crown. He got it, and then he was such a terrible king that no other king ever wanted to wear it again because they thought it was bad luck. So Aenys, you just get to go in the middle of the pack. Cool. This is Joffrey's crown when he's like going to be marrying Marjorie. So they start adding like some of the Tyrell like roses here. I think it's pretty. That was stupid. Whatever. I'm keeping it. So it's so it's gonna go. It goes in the middle. You get it. Okay, Aegon III's crown is a simple gold band. It's okay. Like I know earlier I was like yelling about like minimalism being stupid. I still kind of think that, but there's like a certain clean look to this, and because he was like stable-ish, multiple kings actually wanted to wear his crown later down the road, namely Aegon V, who is baddie. So in like a good way. Anyway, but so yeah, you got to go here. I'm be real. Maekar's crown kind of grew on me. It's like black iron stakes on like a gold band. It's kind of badass. So I'm chill. This goes like firmly in like middle, like going up a little. Okay, Marjorie's little like rose and stag crown tiara thing, I think is really pretty actually. I really like it. I like how it's like really teeny tiny on top of her head, and how it just makes her look extra bitchy. And I just I approve. I wholeheartedly approve, ma'am. Sorry you got that wasn't fair. And I hate putting him this high, but I love Joffrey's crown. I think Joffrey's like main crown is real pretty. I love the antlers. I love like that there's a gem. Yeah, it's only one, but yeah, it doesn't fit his head, but I think this would be great on anyone else, okay? Actually, I think Tommen might wear this. So yeah, I approve. That's my point. Okay, stay with me here, but I think Stannis' book-accurate crown kind of eats. Like, yeah, initially I was like, okay, the fire, it's like so gimmicky and hokey, but like the longer I look at it, I'm like, huh? I don't know, I kind of like it. I like it. It goes here. It's good. Next, I'm going to do Jaehaerys' crown, which is also Viserys' and Rhaenyra's. This is the book-accurate version with these big fucking jewels. I love big old jewels. He has 7 of them for all the 7, bullshit, 7 kingdoms, all of that, and it's great. I just think it's cool. I hate this man, and I wish horrible things on him. Like, yes, he's fictional, and he's already dead, even in the fictional sense, but like, just fuck you, but your crown's cool. I like it. Okay, I know I said I didn't love Rob's earlier, but this is the crown that it's based off of. This is the Crown of Winter, and like, this is a lot. This is a lot in the best way. I love like that there's like an abundance of swords here versus like the kind of like wimpiness of the other ones, and then the fun little direwolf at the front with like the little sword sticking out. It's great. I love it. Yeah, love it. And like, y'all know I'm not a Bobby B stan, but his crown though, I love the sideways antlers, antlers, I think, coming down at the little point with like the jewels, because look, there's multiple jewels for once. It looks great. It's big, it's grand, it's imposing, and it's like Baratheon core in the best way. So well done, sir. Okay, y'all know I'm also not a big fan of the Faith of the Seven either, but the High Septon's like crystal crown also kind of eats. Like, it's made of crystal, and so when the light hits it, it's like shooting off different colors all around. It's like a gay pride parade on this, conservative man's head, and I just like, that's beautiful to me. I think that's what America should be, even if it's not. In 4th place, Aegon the Conqueror's book-accurate crown. I think this is so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's masculine. It's got these big fucking rubies just looking badass as hell. And just like, why couldn't they done this for the show? Why? And like, again, we want to put our own stamp. Yeah. But your stamp was stupid. This looks so much better, okay? I don't care. So yeah, number 4, I love it. Okay, y'all know I hate this motherfucker with every fiber of my being, but damn if his crown isn't kind of cool. It's made with like red gold and regular gold, and there's rubies in the eyes of the dragons. Like, I kind of want it, please. Yeah, no, I love it. I hate him, but I love it. Now, in 2nd place, this might not be the prettiest crown, but I will say it is one of the most satisfying. Viserys, I fucking hate you. And this moment right here, this brought me a lot of joy, as it should have all of you, okay? Don't fuck with Daenerys, bro. This is what happens. And in first place, we have Renly Baratheon's book-accurate crown. This thing is so fucking extra. It's insane. The beautiful gold ornate roses, just so many roses. And then a giant freaking emerald stag head upon his head. This is what they should have done in the show. The other thing, homophobia. This is glorious, and I want one. I want one for my head. Okay, thanks y'all. Goodbye.